Hello, good morning. A very warm welcome to you. Welcome to the news. My name is Edidio Iba. A quick reminder that this news telecast is coming to you live on our Star Times platform, channels 103 on Facebook and YouTube. Do well to engage with us on these platforms. Christian faithful, especially those of the Roman Catholic Church, are describing the seamless emergence of Pope Leo XIV as a blessing to the Church and lessons to other Christians as regards selection of church leaders. John Paul Alumina, who spoke with some faithful, reports that Christians believe that the new Pope will make the Church stronger.
Francis XVI, the Catholic cardinals went into the conclave in Vatican City to select one of them as the new Pope. After 2 rounds of voting, Cardinal Robert the Prevost of Chicago, United States of America, was selected as the 267th Pope of the Catholic Church.
The universality of the Church is what really speaks for peace. Not a situation whereby where a church leader dies or anything happens around the church, we discover that people, rancors come up, anarchy, doom on who comes in next to pick up the seat. But in the Catholic Church, you will find this being done universally. So let's all try to see how we can live, no matter the race, no matter our tradition, no matter where we are from, no matter the class in which we find ourselves. Peace can only come when unity coexist.
This, Christians say, is the act of God and the disciplined doctrines of the Catholic Church, which allows for seamless and organized methods of succession of popes.
So happy about the selection of the new Pope, Pope Leo XIV. It's a lesson to all the other churches that within a question of waiting few days, the new Pope was selected without no stress. Is something like other church to emulate.
We are very excited to have a new Pope. Like I said, it's Habemus Papem. We have a Pope. The election of a Pope is more or less an act of divine intervention in the life of the church. That God will always give us a Pope that is relevant to the times.
There are a lot of crises in the world today. We should look into domestic violence in the world because that one has been very pressing, very outstanding. We should really look into it, see how to improve upon. With new idea, new blood, new vigor, it can always excel and do better than others.
For others, it is a lesson for those from other churches who insist that their blood relatives must succeed them as the head of their church, noting that selection of church heads should be left for God to direct.
It's purely the Holy Spirit's directive. And I thank God it has to be like that so that other denominations may know and learn that the position in the church is not for self-aggrandizement, but for us to know that Jesus reigns.
Like today, the church celebrated what we call the Good Shepherd. And as a good shepherd does not mean the pastor in the church alone. You as a minister, you as a governor, you as a president, must be a good shepherd that takes care of those people, that think about people. So in selection of our leaders, we must look at those people that are qualified, who have the love of the people, the fear of God in them, and the love of people in mind.
And the notion on which he chose the name Pope Leo XIII, following the name Pope Leo XIII, he is also after the wages of labor and then the capacity. How do we treat our workers? How do our employers treat our employees?
It is the prayer of Christians that the new Pope, Leo XIV, will steer the ship of the church to consolidate on the achievements of his predecessors. In Uyo, John Paul Alumina, NTA News.
And residents of Akwa Ibom State have joined mothers across the globe to mark the 2025 International Mother's Day. Kelvin Samuel reports that the celebration is anchored on the theme, Celebrating Motherhood, a Timeless Bond.
Giving kudos to all mothers in the site and said Happy Mother's Day and God bless all women.
Just like today, we are telling our children, do you know what it means to carry people full 9 months in the mother's womb? and then on the day of delivery we cry, we shout before we bring you forth, that we are what celebrated.
And the grandchildren jumping here and there, and you see my wife running as a mother. Yes, it's something sweet and something everybody should be eager to have. Be a mother.
Going by the roles of mothers as caregivers, protectors, mentors, teachers, and many more, one is likely to agree that a day like this, set aside to appreciate the place of motherhood and the enormous contributions and sacrifices mothers make for the society, are worthwhile as they use the moment to share various experiences.
So proud of mothers. It's not easy. You know the roles of mothers in the society. They carry so many tasks ahead of them. They carry so many burdens, so many loads. Yet they are not let down. They don't let the family down.
If you look at the law of men, they were binding on women. But we thank God Jesus came. That is why we can be who we are today.
The benefit we shared in being a woman is enormous.
The men are also not left out of this, as they eulogize mothers who they describe as worthy partners.
All mothers should be respected because they have done a duty that even women would have not passed through.
Mothers are very, very important in the society. Even in the family, you cannot really do much without mothers.
Women are the cradle of creation. Women soften a lot of things. It is women who produce good men. Good women produce good men.
The day is widely believed to have originated in 1907 when Anna Jarvis hosted a worship service in honor of mothers at Andrew Methodist Episcopal Church, West Virginia. The event was later made a national holiday by the U.S. government in 1914. However, while some countries celebrate Mother's Day on the second Sunday in the month of May, it is celebrated on different days in other countries, including Nigeria. In Uyo, Kevin Samuel, NTA News.
Akwa Ibom State's Governor Umoeno says he will announce the platform to seek for the people's mandate for a second term at the appropriate time. Addressing the people of Itu Ibionibum Federal Constituency at the town square meeting, the governor insists that the major concern should be having a leader that will deliver dividends of democracy and not the political party he emerges from. Clement Bariki has the reports.
This is the 5th Arise Town Square Meeting and Empowerment Series, an initiative by Governor Umoeno to support farmers and entrepreneurs at the grassroots. In Itu Ibionibum Federal Constituency, 141.5 million naira were distributed to 223 beneficiaries under the Farmers Grant. 142.7 million naira were received by 309 beneficiaries under the Traders Grant, while 140 persons benefited from the Equipment Support Scheme. 20 million naira were presented to 4 beneficiaries under the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Scheme. Governor Umoeno told the people he will continue to run an all-inclusive and unified government, insisting that Akwa Ibom people deserve good governance. He announced the distribution of food items to all local government areas by the Bulk Purchase Agency beginning in 1 month's time.
As much as we can, we will continue to run an all-inclusive unitary government for our people. When it's time for election and campaign, we will tell you which party we have come with. I have not seen, and I stand to be corrected. I want to be told, and I want to be shown the political ideology of any party in this country that differs from the other.
Stakeholders of Itu Ibionibum Federal Constituency recount the many life-touching projects of the present administration in the area, promising to stand by Governor Umoeno as he continues to bring development to all parts of the state.
Thank you for the effort you've made and the successes you've recorded in the governance of Akwa Ibom State.
Your Excellency, we are also happy with you that today you've united Akwa Ibom. The camaraderie that we knew in Akwa Ibom State has returned.
Your Excellency, we stand today to say thank you. Thank you for what you have done. The people of Itubiono are saying thank you, and we are grateful.
High point of the town square meeting was the presentation of the needs document of the federal constituency to the governor. Clement Barikui, NTA News.
We'll pause and take some messages. The news continues after. Stay with us.
I believe the children are future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Get ready for the third edition of NTA Uyo Virtual Children's Paper Presentation. Submit a write-up on the given themes. Category A, Bridging Gender Gaps in Career and Leadership. Category B, the impact of teenage mentorship by parents and teachers. Interested schools should register and submit entries on or before May 15, 2025. Rate 20,000 Naira per school. Shortlisted candidates will be invited for virtual paper presentation via Zoom and grand finale. Date Tuesday, May 27, 2025. Venue NTA Uyo Arena. Time 12 p.m. prompt. First prize 100,000 Naira. Second prize 70,000 Naira. Third prize 50,000 Naira plus many consolation prizes. For enquiries, please call Ekaite on 0803 882 7840. Our children, teach them well and let them lead.
Rose Bay Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suite for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef. Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24 hours power supply with free Wi-Fi services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Badge Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
Thank you for still staying tuned. The Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has passed a resolution calling on the state government to promptly reinstate former employees of Ibom Airport Development Company Limited who were previously integrated into the mainstream civil service. The resolution follows a report by the House Committee in Special Projects, Implementation and Monitoring in a petition by Udeme Macaulay and Ubong Samuel submitted on April 2024. Assembly correspondent Nsika Okon has the reports.
Chairman of the committee and member representing Maradi State constituency, Uwemu Boita, report that the transfer of certain employee of Ibom Airport Development Company Limited into the mainstream civil service resulted in the loss of salaries and ranks for the affected staff. He further explains that though some members of staff who were absorbed into the civil service were later reabsorbed by Ibom Airport Development Company Limited, the issue of restoring their seniority was not addressed.
Were reabsorbed by the state Ibom Airport Development Company Limited, but despite the reabsorption, the aspect of restoration of seniority was not dealt with. 6. As Akwa Ibom State Civil Service has not shown any rule in the Akwa Ibom State Public Service Rules nor circular, neither has Ibom Airport Development Company Limited shown any rule or regulation in its staff condition of service to substantiate the occasion loss of career progression in service, nor the other hardships caused by the absorption into the mainstream civil service and subsequent reabsorption to the Ibom Airport Development Company Limited.
The committee's report was received through a motion by member representing Ondo State constituency, Sunday Johnny, and seconded by member representing Nsiribom State constituency, Eric Akwan. The House later dissolved into the Committee of the Whole, where members reviewed and adopted the recommendations of the committee. The House, in a resolution, also advocated the restoration of the ranks of affected staff and payments of any outstanding emoluments.
Accordingly, the recommendations is hereby adopted for immediate implementation.
The Speaker, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Udemoto, directed the Clerk of the House to relay the resolution to the relevant authorities for necessary action. Isika Okod, NTA News.
Meanwhile, worried by the alarming rate of prostate cancer affecting the menfolk, the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has passed a resolution mandating Ministries of Health, Information, as well as Ethical and Attitudinal Reorientation Commission to initiate and sustain public awareness campaign on the dreaded disease. Assembly correspondent again, Sika Okon, reports that the resolution passed was sequel to a motion brought before the House by member representing Isinodam State constituency, Prince Ukpong Akpabio, on the urgent need for government intervention to combat rising incidents of prostate cancer.
The lawmaker Ukpong Akpabio, while expressing worry over the alarming rate of prostate cancer, notes that while some health challenges like malaria, diabetes and polio are receiving international, national and state attention, prostate cancer, which has become a leading concern among men, is given less attention and intervention.
Worry that a greater percentage of our men today are not even aware of the high risk associated with prostate cancer or the importance of early detection, which result in late-stage diagnosis, which the cancer is less treatable. That is how the Ministry of Health to initiate and sustain an early prostate cancer screening exercise for men between the age range of 40 and above in the state. Then thirdly, mandate the House Committee on Health to oversight on this matter.
Some lawmakers described the motion as timely and lauded Ukpong Akpabio for bringing up the matter and cited the importance of a sustainable enlightenment campaign, which can help for early detection, which they say saves life.
When you talk about cancer, a lot of people do not know that prostate cancer even exists. Because the level of awareness and the campaign about cancer generally tailored towards women. Breast cancer, cervical cancer. Nobody's talking about men. As much as possible, we should avail ourselves the opportunity to be screened and do regular medical checks.
While we are expecting government to intervene, it is important that younger men and even older men should actually look at their lives span, because that's one of the things that they will. And of course, it is important that they run frequent screening so that the early detection can be about. Because most times, as I said, those symptoms they don't really show up in that incident.
It is so devastating to the family that the wife, the children, and everyone suffers the import of prostate cancer. I know that what we're doing today is first and foremost an awareness, because raising this here on the floor of the House is awareness.
The Speaker, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Udemoto, after due deliberations, directed the Clerk of the House, Sika Obong Orok, to communicate the resolution to the appropriate quarter for necessary action. Sika Okod, NTA News.
The Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, Akwa Ibom State Chapter, has ushered in a new era of leadership with the investiture of Iniobong Wilson as its 9th chairman and inauguration of the 2025 to 2027 executive. Obiota Ekanu brings us the details.
The highlights of the colorful ceremony, which was held at the Civil Service Auditorium, Idongasinkanga Secretariat, Uyo, was the swearing in and investiture of QS Iniobong Wilson by the president of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, QS Nzekwe Kene Christopher.
I will discharge my duties
and perform my obligations
and functions
honestly
to
the best of my ability
and
faithfully in accordance with the Constitution, bylaws and code of conduct, ethics of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors.
In his remarks, the president of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, QS Nzekwe Christopher, commended the Akwa Ibom chapter for its consistency and growth, noting that the institute remains committed to supporting state chapters in achieving professional excellence.
For us, it's very significant because it shows that the institute is alive, the institute is dynamic, and the institute is willing and ready to continue to serve Akwa Ibom State, to provide services for the good of the state.
The new chairman, Iniobong Wilson, expresses deep appreciation for the confidence reposed in him by members of the chapter, assuring them of an all-inclusive leadership.
It's quite unique because, again, it's a call to service. It's to sustain the integrity of professionalism, to make sure people are well educated and the construction cost management services, which is the hallmark of surveying profession. And in order to make sure that whatever money that is being allocated to projects are judiciously utilized.
The newly inaugurated Senate, which will serve from 2025 to 2027, is tasked with advancing the Institute's mission of professional excellence, accountability, and sustainable development within the construction industry, especially in Akwa Ibom State. In Uyo, Obiota Ekanem, NTA News.
Another break beckons. The news continues. Stay with us.
Water is life. Aqua Cardinali Water provides the highest quality drinking water. Aqua Cardinali Water is owned by the Catholic Diocese of Uyo, produced and packaged by Cadisem Enterprises Nigeria. It is available in 19 liters dispenser jar, 60 cl sachet, 50 cl and 75 cl table water. Visit Aqua Cardinali Water at number 34 Dominic Utuk Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Drink Aqua Cardinali Water, certified by NAFDAC and Standard Organization of Nigeria. Call 0903-288-2958. Aqua Cardinali Water. Drink pure. Stay healthy.
I believe the children are future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Get ready for the third edition of NTA Uyo Virtual Children's Paper Presentation. Submit a write-up on the given themes. Category A, Bridging Gender Gaps in Career and Leadership. Category B, The Impact of Teenage Mentorship by Parents and Teachers. Interested schools should register and submit entries on or before May 15, 2025. Rate 20,000 Naira per school. Shortlisted candidates will be invited for virtual paper presentation via Zoom and grand finale. Date Tuesday, May 27, 2025. Venue NTA Uyo Arena. Time 12 p.m. prompt. First prize 100,000 Naira. Second prize 70,000 Naira. Third prize 50,000 Naira plus many consolation prizes. For enquiries, please call Ekaite on 0803-882-7840. Our children, teach them well and let them lead.
Resist every temptation that may distract you from your goals and remain focused towards achieving academic excellence. The Commissioner for Education at Akwa Ibom State, Professor Ubong Omo, was speaking during the 2025 matriculation and graduation ceremonies of Peace Institute of Management and Technology, Peace Poly. Abak Kelvin Samuel has the report.
So I will urge all the students
here and outside the world to learn. And when they learn, they should be prepared for the leadership that is coming ahead.
Life is a race. You must discover your field of play so you can also emerge a prize winner just as I have.
I want to build an empire that will help this country positively.
The occasion is the 2025 matriculation and convocation ceremony of Peace Institute of Management and Technology. Gracing this event are the academias, political and traditional leaders, parents and students from far and near. In a speech, the Commissioner for Education Akwa Ibom State, represented by the Assistant Chief Education Officer, Messi Okure, charges the students to remain focused, avoid distractions, but determined to achieve their goals in the institution.
I urge you to embrace opportunities that lie ahead, engage actively in your studies, uphold the core values of the institute.
The special guest, Clement Jimbo, and the rector in their separate speeches admonish them to be good ambassadors of the institution and nation by setting their priorities right.
That given equal opportunity, every learner is a potential achiever. Do your best to know better. When you know better, do better.
They should try and acquire skills to add to the academic exposure they have gotten. And for the matriculating students, we encourage them to take their studies serious because they have the question to answer of what they finish with in school.
They are going to the labor market with knowledge of skills. And God has been so kind and gracious to us. We have excellent teachers, excellent lecturers, excellent studies that we've given to them.
The event featured presentation of awards to outstanding personalities and the inauguration of the new ICT center named after Clement Jimbo, member representing Abakika and Itimepo Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives. Located at kilometer 4, Ekorabasi Road, Mbarakon, Peace Management and Technology Institute is accredited by the Federal Ministry of Education and the National Board for Technical Education to provide knowledge for the empowerment of students. From Abak local government area of Akwa Ibom State, Kelvin Samuel, NTA News.
A man of many parts and positive shades of colors are some of the adjectives that describe the late Dr. Uduak Silas Obot, whose remains were laid to rest in his hometown, Nkwari Korebo, in Itimepo local government area of Akwa Ibom State, amidst tributes from family and friends. The late Dr. Obot was aged 59. Joy Ubani brings us details.
The funeral service in honor of Dr. Uduak Silas Obot was a solemn occasion marked by a deep sense of loss and grief by his family members, political associates, colleagues, friends and community members who gathered to pay their respects and bid their farewell. In his biography, late Uduak Obot is described as an ardent Christian, philanthropist, a man of many positive shades who colored the lives of people around him. The officiating minister from the Apostolic Faith Church, Ikore area, reminded Christian faithful to remember to count their days on earth to guide their deeds and actions. Family members shared memories they cherished with him.
A good father, very caring, very passionate about us and every other person.
Public service. That is good loss to his people. And we're just trying to just heal from the pain of it. But God is going to comfort us. We as his sons are here. We are representing him. We are going to carry on from where he left.
So many legacies to be kept. But most importantly, the one I want to lay emphasis on is his ability to give and take care of people.
He was a man of many colors. Yeah. He was a golden light to the family.
Some of his friends and associates also shared his generosity and kindness.
His loss is a big loss to the people of Itimepo, in the first instance, his immediate community.
He lost a man who was a lover of humanity, a man who was a bridge builder. He was a bridge builder between the old and the young.
I've never seen a man like Uduak Obot. I just met him once
and Uduak Obot became my family. Uduak Obot will be sorely missed by every single human being that ever crossed his path.
Because Uduak is one person that came into the club, just barely 2 years in the club, but the entire Rotary family, even the district, felt his impact.
The demise of Dr. Uduak Silas Obot is a colossal loss, not only to the institute, but to the larger public relations community.
It's a big loss. You can see the cream of people that are here representing NCDMB.
May the good Lord,
we are just here to commiserate with the family and to also help to pray for peace in that same family, because the loss is really colossal.
In all that you've come in great number. Let me also recognize the fellow of that institute, God, fellow Sam
the giver,
has
called him to come and
I've cited a past chairman.
I pray the family to be consoled.
The funeral service was filled with heartfelt tributes, reflections, and prayers celebrating Uduak's life, legacy, and the impact he made. Until his demise, he was the zonal manager, Akwa Ibom Cross River Zonal Operations and Administration, Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, a regulator in the Nigerian oil and gas industry. From Etimekpo local government area, Joy Ubani, NTA News.
That's the news this morning. Thank you for being a part of it. Join us again later this evening for another bulletin. Do have a beautiful day.